Hello, I am Chief Scott Anderson, Fire Chief for the Palatine Fire Department. The Palatine Fire Department responds to more than 7,000 calls each year. Approximately 70% or 5,000 of those calls are for medical assistance. For many medical emergencies, as well as most fire-related incidents, time is of the essence. Our goal at the Palatine Fire Department is to arrive at your emergency within 6½ minutes. This is time from the moment your 911 call is answered by a dispatcher, not from when we leave the station, something not every fire department does. Next, we'll explain how we use agreements with the fire departments of surrounding communities to help serve our citizens and meet this goal.
With over 7,000 calls for help every year, you can imagine that there will be times that firefighters from the station closest to an emergency may have their response affected for one reason or another. There are factors which are out of our control, such as violent winter weather, heavy traffic, or multiple calls. But we evaluate and critique everything that affects our response times, and we constantly look for ways to make improvements. In fact, any call that exceeds our 6½ minute threshold must be formally explained by the responding crew. To provide for an efficient emergency response, we have divided Palatine into areas called response blocks. Each response block is designed with a list of emergency vehicles, fire engines and ambulances, which respond to emergencies within that block in order from the closest to the next closest, and so on. So when the closest station is busy on another call, or in some way unable to respond, the next closest station is immediately dispatched, regardless of whether that crew is from Palatine Fire Department or not. In order to accomplish this goal, the Palatine Fire Department has agreements with other fire departments to provide and receive automatic and mutual aid. Automatic aid agreements with our surrounding communities of Arlington Heights, Lake Zurich, Long Grove, Palatine Rural, and Rolling Meadows allow for computer-aided dispatchers to simply substitute the closest emergency vehicle, regardless of which town, eliminating any dispatching delay and allowing for an uninterrupted response to your emergency incident. For large-scale and specialized response-type incidents, we have mutual aid agreements with surrounding communities. The Palatine Fire Department, like most fire departments in Illinois, and several departments in southern Wisconsin, belong to the Mutual Aid Box Alarm System, or MABUS. MABUS is a multi-jurisdictional agreement between fire departments to help each other during these events. This can be any incident that overwhelms the local fire department's manpower resources, like a large fire or tornado, or its equipment resources, like a hazardous materials incident or underwater rescue emergency. By simply notifying our dispatchers, Palatine's incident commanders can immediately have hundreds of properly trained and fully equipped fire crews responding to the aid of the citizens of Palatine.
Much work has gone into making sure that when you call 911, help arrives as quickly as possible. We have developed automatic aid and mutual aid agreements to ensure that this happens. We take our response to your emergency seriously, and we will do everything in our power to meet your needs. And what about those things that are out of our control, like the violent winter weather that was mentioned in the video? During the last blizzard, the fire department had public works snowplow drivers on call throughout town. If needed, they were to lead our vehicles to the emergency to help us get there faster. This is an example of how committed we are to give you the quality service you pay for and deserve. We are proud to be your Palatine Fire Department.